Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. So yeah, I'm starting at 9:40. Bhai. Slightly late, but I was watching the match. Okay, let's begin with lighting up our candles. Hang on for a second. Let me just remove this. Okay, invoking Archangel Chamuel. Okay, welcome. Archangel Gabriel. Welcome. Yeah, that's more like it. Archangel Raphael. Okay. Welcome. And Archangel Michael. Oh wow, literal fireworks here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I have a lot of downloads, but I got one just now when I was coming back home, as in just now, as in a few hours ago. Alright, I have those, but I think the ones that I've been reminded of right now, let me do those first. Okay, now this might not be for everybody. In fact, it is not for everyone. All right, but I got a message, and this has been coming consistently, but I thought this was probably more for me, but it came in very strongly today. And when it comes on the days I have decided to I know that divine is then pointing me in a direction, like if divine knows that I'm going to do a reading today, and they keep giving that message back to me, I know that they're like pointing, that this needs to be shared with the the bigger collective, the bigger group. So apparently, like I said, it won't be for everybody, so take it as it resonates. You don't want to force the reading on yourself. All right, this is for someone who had lost a pet maybe some time ago or a long time ago. I don't know how long this was. That timeline has not been given to me. But if you, and specifically, I'm not talking about a pet dog, I mean a pet cat. If you had lost a pet cat, right, and I want to tell you that it is, cats are, as it is known, as protectors, right? They are like almost like mini manifestations of like Ma Durga's Vahan, or when it comes to Mata Parvati, it could be a mini manifestation of Somnandan. All right, so it is just so you know that your pet protects you in spirit even now. That I was shown, and like I said, a cat, okay, cat with wings. All right, and it's been consistent. They are like protect, and the word protector kept coming with it, and this was given to me earlier also, but I thought it was just for like, it was my personal download. But no, today I saw the same cat with wings. I was shown that. So just so you know, you have a pet cat that is in your in your aura, or just protects you, is always surrounds you in the spirit. All right, so just so you know, you have your pet with you still, and they are protecting you. Because had that word, not protector, come to me, it's almost like angelic, like the ones with wings, right? Like it is almost like they are like a manifestation of, let's say, one of the angels. It looked very angelic, looked very, like I said, the word protector came, so it is definitely kind of like shielding you from negative entities or whatever whatever has been thrown at you right now, whatever is in your aura, whatever you're fighting, it is fighting that for you, just so you know. All right, so just like I said, it's a message for someone specific. It won't be for everybody, but I just had to say that. When I saw that today, I just knew like this has to be my first download, as in the first one that I'll share today. Now I felt inclined to pick these up. I have like so many of these here, so many. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, divine, सबसे ऊपर है divine life purpose, सबसे पहले. Just this is the card was right on top. I haven't shuffled the deck. Let's break the deck and see what comes up. Okay, we'll just break the deck together. Let's see what comes up. What is here now? Friend. Okay, so your pet, like you treated them as a part of your family, as your friend or whatever, that could also be it. But something about a friend. Divine life purpose, friend. Okay, what else, divine? What else? Waiting room. Friend, waiting room. Okay, are you making someone wait? Or there's a manifestation that is in the waiting room right now that has been, I don't want to say it is on freeze, but I would say that it's waiting for divine timing. Some manifestation of friend who's in the waiting room. It's waiting for divine timing. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's getting interesting. What is it about, divine? Okay, abhi kuch yahan pe nothing I got, but here I got foreign. Okay, now foreign could be like friend, waiting room, foreign. Now it doesn't have to be literal, like international, but what about foreign? Let's see, this is interesting. What? Okay, this wants to come. Let's just take this. It is worried. Right, what is this? What is happening? Should we take the cards then? I don't know. Wanted to do my cards so much. Angels, what do you say? Should we do the cards first? What else? TikTok. See? Waiting room, friend, foreign, TikTok. I should have just put them down here. Hang on. Okay, let's just see. Okay, we'll start with TikTok only then. TikTok. And there's not the TikTok like the TikTok, the other one. But, okay, Vasudev. And we have Vasudev as in Sri Hari. Okay, what is flying away? Hang on. Okay, TikTok. Harm. Okay, after TikTok, harm. After TikTok came Vasudev. Alright, this is coming with others. I'm not going to take those. Then came TikTok, Vasudev, harm in this order. In fact. And then rest. TikTok, Vasudev, harm and rest. So yeah, something is in the waiting room. Oh, maybe could it be that something was sent your way and it has been like frozen in the waiting room. It's just been put on ice, as they say. Something ill was sent your way. It says bread and butter that I did not want to take, but it's looking at me. Something about your job. Bread and butter could be something about your job. Something sent your way at your workplace, or someone at your workplace, or someone that you could work with. Like it could be a business associate or a co-worker or whoever. 1818 on the clock. 1818. 1818 stands for exactly, hang on. What is, and right under 1818 I have 1111. And right under 1111 is what? The number that has been constantly coming to us, 777. And 777 is complete alignment, God's number and everything. And under 77 is 888. 1818, 11, 11, 777. Hang on. 1 second. Let me just take. I know the 1818, but I just want to exactly take out. 1111 we know is the number of like many. It's divine timing. Again, like I just said. It is that whatever has been that friend thing, you know, and waiting room, something has been sent your way via a fake friend. Could it be a fake friend that it's been sent to you, towards you, attacking your throat chakra via someone who's a fake friend or pretends to be a friend, or someone you consider a friend, let's say that. Ek minute ruko. 1818. If I feel inclined to do something, that's because divine is turning me in that direction. I have like gazillion downloads that I need to do. So that pet of yours could literally be shielding you from that. It could be that this is Vasudev is here, the Sri Hari is here. It is because of Sri Hari that Okay, what happened here is that has been that whatever was sent your way has not hit you. You know, it's sitting in a waiting room, so it's gonna like freeze there. It says 1818 angel number is a powerful message of abundance, financial success, and new beginnings. So somebody could be eyeing that for you, you know, in the sense like eyeing that in your life. They could see that you could be doing better and better with every passing day, every passing second, and that could be the reason why they are attacking you. TikTok, time is running. TikTok, and again put waiting room. So it's in this TikTok has been put to rest. It's not moving. The time is not moving. It's been frozen. I already said that in the beginning that's thank you divine. Literally felt that waiting room has been, it's been put on freeze, put on ice. अरे भाई कभी तो अच्छा सोच लिया करो किसी के लिए ताकि मेरी रीडिंग अच्छी हो जाए. No, and see, you know, I can not do these, but then it'll not be like acknowledging the energy in the room. And I'm 11 on the clock when I said that 11. See, truth, I cannot not acknowledge that energy. I have to warn you. Okay, then what else? Designation or ranking. So this could be, and this flew. Okay. So this could literally be about who's senior, who's junior, that kind of a thing. Designation or ranking. You know, what people don't understand is designation or ranking is not just in 3D. You could be very highly ranked in spiritual terms. I don't know, but then all of this is different than this. This looks very 3D. Rest, everything is very spiritual here. You know, very esoteric, very spirit. This seems like a very 3D thing. Everything that came up till now is yellow. This is the first pink card. Designation ranking. So this seems more 3D level. Designation ranking. Someone who could, again, that friend or fake friend could like literally have this designation or ranking. They could feel that they are senior than you. Whatever that. Okay. I'm going to like shuffle the cards now in front of you and we'll take as they come, okay? अभी तो मैंने शुरू भी नहीं किया था, quite honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, but okay, hang on. Okay, let's see. Okay. This one. Okay. Spouse or partner. First green card. Now this could be spouse or partner. Could they be? And you picked this energy earlier in our previous reads. I mean, like that you could have a very good relationship with your spouse, with your partner. All right, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. Take it as it resonates, right? That could be envied right now. That you could like have a very, you know, perfect, ideal relationship with you could have a very happy little sweet family, and that could be one of the reasons why people just be envious of you is what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's just take, okay, this one wants to come. Deity, spouse or partner or deity. This could, okay, so the relationship with your yes, divine, thank you. 11 literally flew into my lap right now from where it was sitting. Okay, I'm going to like, okay, sure. Wait a minute. What I got here was that your relationship with your spouse and a partner and your relationship with your deities. Especially who? Vasudev, Shri Hari, could be envied right now. Oh, I have a loving relationship with all the deities, whoever is envious. Let's say if I were to like apply this to myself, I have a loving relationship with, I can speak to any god. You know, okay, 11 I was asked to look at. Hang on. Chooti negative energy. Angel number 11 would stand for 11 is a powerful spiritual signal. I told you everything else is spiritual. Spiritual signal representing synchronicity, manifestation, and alignment with the universe. Okay, often considered a wake-up call from angels and spirit guides, signifies that you are on the right path. supporting new beginnings, heightened intuition, and the immediate need to focus on positive thoughts to manifest your desires. So if divine is like literally that came to my life, divine is saying just maybe we should not like put too much mind to this, or maybe this is what they trying to tell. Don't put too much mind into all this ill intent, malicious, suspicious, deceiving, deceitful energy. Maybe just let it be. But just so you know, my point being, yes, divine, thank you, but I still want you to know that this energy surrounds you, so that you're not like, it's not a surprise to you. It ain't a shock to you then. Just so you know, it surrounds you. You don't have to mind it. You don't have to tackle it. You don't have to do anything about it. But just so you know, it surrounds you. Divine, should I go ahead or should I just stop? I think they wanted me to stop. That's why they just give me, right? Do not. They're saying just focus on the good part. Okay. So we'll just focus on the good part. We'll listen to divine. Okay. All right. Happy Shri Hari. Book. I literally, I was reading something and there was like slightly it was making me slightly sad. Okay, and world affairs and different, and he literally told me, no, don't go for it. Don't go for it. Then after a while, then about an hour or something, I was like, okay, no, I'd like still have to just know what's happening in the world, right? I went in again and said, don't do it. Then okay, I stopped again, and then after a little while, I'm like, okay, let me just see what is happening, what happened. And Sri Hari came with his finger like this. What did I tell you? That's how this is how he yells at me with his finger like this. What did I tell you? The first time I got a yell from him, like a big yell from him, from Sri Hari, was literally like this when he spoke to me like this. What did I tell you? He literally came to like, what did I tell you? Like 3 times. Last warning to you. Do not be focusing on this. That kinds. Okay, anyways. So I think that message goes for you also, because I am you, you are me collective. All right. So I think the idea here is we know that this energy surrounds us. Thank you. We know it, but we don't have to focus on it. This is a great time of our life. We need to focus on it's a manifestation time. All right. So we'll just look at we'll try to concentrate our energies. Thank you. Concentrate our energies on the positive things. All right. So let's go for our downloads. It just, sent us in this direction. Okay, but don't care if this is slightly on the okay. Okay, I don't know now. I'm in 2 minds whether I should, but I'm going to give it. Okay, so there was a song that was given to me. I'm sure you all or most of you would have heard of this song, and it's an older one. I think it is from the 90s, if I'm not wrong. It's from the 90s, and it's from a boy band called Blue. And the song was All Rise, right? And it was given to me in the morning, like I say always in Tarka first, perhaps the first thing in the morning, I was still traveling to work, and it was given to me All Rise. It is a song. It is, in a way, there's a person who's holding, so it's about a girlfriend boyfriend couple, okay? And this is being sung by a man, okay, the male. Again, in spirituality, there's no male or female energy. Just take it as resonates. So masculine energy doesn't mean कि masculine मतलब बंदा ही गा रहा है, okay? ठीक है? So this energy, masculine energy, is singing, and is like, go for the lyrics. Or again, I feel contradicted right now whether I should or not, because slightly thoda sa negative side par hai, because divine just told us not to focus on these things. But I'm going to quickly rush through this, okay? Not focus too much on this. But in this song, it's like, it is almost like a courtroom where he's like singing and like almost like not pleading. I won't call it pleading, but he's maybe that would be more appropriate. He's accusing someone, accusing his girlfriend of like cheating, of like third partying him or something like that. All right, so this is more like a spiritual courtroom, or okay, that way. There's not literal courtroom, but it looks like that the terms also that I use are like very court-like terms, like all rise and objection overruled, something on those lines. Those kind of terminology that is very, courtroom-like, that is being used. So it's almost like, just take it as it resonates, all right? It's almost like there's a courtroom, a spiritual courtroom, where this person is holding someone else responsible for, that you did this, you did that kind of all rise. Okay, I can do the lyrics quickly. So I slightly contradicted right now, because you see, I was told something and I don't want to like also not do the downloads, but at the same time I also don't want to like, अरे क्या हुआ ये? Guys, yo, got it now. Okay, so it starts. It's a cute song. I don't think it was like a, but it was a no. It was a super hit in India. Not in like throughout the globe or something, but India, India and US and a few other countries, it was like a big hit of its time. If I asked Zen, he would know it because he's like a big fan of these songs. It came in 2001, yeah. So right. So it says, see, literally starts with it's Your Honor, please. So it's like, again, it is not a literal courtroom. It's like a spiritual courtroom where he's holding one partner is holding the other partner responsible, accountable. Okay, it's like that. Your Honor, please, gotta believe what I say, what I will tell happened just the other day. I must confess, cause I've had about enough. I need your help. Gotta make this here thing stop. Baby, I swear I'll tell the truth about all the things you used to do. And if you thought you had me fooled, I'm telling you now, objection overruled. One for the money and for the free rides. It's two for the lie that you denied. All rise. This was the main bit. One for the money. I say it's nice. It's got a tempo. All right. And in fact, there was a song that even they didn't expect. Apparently, the blues also didn't expect. Not blues, blue. That those boys did not expect it to be a super hit. They thought this was like a weak song apparently, but no. It was quite a hit. Like, I remember this one for the money and the free rides. This bit I remember. It's two for the lie that you denied. All rise. That ways. All rise. And then 3 for the calls that you have been making, and 4 for all the times you have been taking. All rise. I'm gonna tell it to your face. All rise. I rest my case. See, everything is very courtroom like, You're on the stand with your back against the wall, nowhere to run and nobody you can call. Oh no, I just can't wait. Now the case is wide open. You'll try to pray, but the jury will decide. You see, baby, it's like this person is like he's convincing almost like the judge or the jury. Very US like, right? So that this person is like, plant him kara, sahi nahi kara, that kinds. Okay, so it could be about, so will not go too much into this, about money, free rides as in third partying someone, blah 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 blah, all of that. So it could be resonating with somebody. It could be someone's energy. If you are not doing this in the 3D, maybe your spirit is holding someone else responsible in the 5D. All right, maybe somebody did you wrong. It's your spirit holding someone else responsible right now. Or it could be you, that you did someone wrong, you betrayed somebody. All right, my collective, if it was you, then it's their spirit, in the spirit. It's not that they're dead or anything, okay? We don't wish that for anybody. It's just like in spirit, when your soul is holding someone else accountable for all the wrong things they have done. That is the court case, spiritual court case, spiritual courtroom. This person, both the souls are in the spiritual courtroom right now. All right, so this person is the one who's been betrayed, is accusing and holding the other person responsible for, and recalling everything that they had done, that you had done this, blah blah blah, or that. So just so you know, it has, if you think that it doesn't have, even if the most evil of people, what I'm trying to say is, would still have कुछ तो back of the mind, कोई तो conscience उनका भी होगा, when they might be very evil, very 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 evil in the 3D, but there's a part, I want to believe that there's a part in every human being, no matter how evil that they are, that understands the right from the wrong, the good from the bad. All right, they understand that there's some bit, at least छोटा से छोटा particle भी होगा, there has to be that monad. Thank you, divine. The monad inside, that that soul का जो bit होता है, that is indivisible, that one unit, that monad that we are all made of, right? That monad would understand. So that this person's monad is literally talking to the other person's monad and having a real, like holding them responsible for their actions, for all the wrongdoings That is what is happening. So don't think that anybody will get scot-free or कुछ है तो अगर किसी की life में ऐसा हुआ है, if you have done it, then you will also not get scot-free. Let me tell you that also. Whoever has done wrong, it's gone. It's in God's court right now. The spirits are, are going to like be in charge of this. So you're no longer in the 3D where somebody can use their resources, somebody can use their power, somebody can use their influence, or somebody can use their deceit or whatever, the connections to, get away with something. This is now in God's court, and you will get justice. All right. Or if it is you, then you will be, punished for whatever you were done. If you have done anything wrong, you will be punished. If not, don't worry anything about it. All right. That being that, so all rise. Can we just go through the lyrics once if it just, kind of like resonate with you? Again, I rushed through this. I would have done it like thoda sa aur detail, but I know Divine doesn't want me to dwell on this too much. Okay. So now, again, okay, now I'm going to do tetractys. Moving on, third one. Tetractys it's like okay, what is tetractys? I was given this symbol. Okay, you would have seen this symbol. I'm sure you know it, but you don't know what it's called. Tetractys. You see a triangle with like dots, made of dots, like one dot at the top, then 2, then 3, and then 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. So that tetractys, the triangle that it makes a 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, and 4 dot, that is called tetractys. Now this is actually, you'll see, I was given this lengthy explanation about tetractys, how it came into being, how a lot of Pythagoreans and a lot of people who understand and follow Plato's ideologies, they worship this symbol actually. They call it a very sacred symbol actually, this tetractys. Again, it is not triangle, it's not made by lines, it's made by dots. 1 dot plus 2 dots plus 3 dots plus 4 dots equals 10. They say 10 has that power of like completeness. So they basically call it the map of the universe. Okay, Pythagoreans and Platonians, they don't talk kuch generic level pe koi baat hi nahi unki. They are like very high thinker. They were, I'll say are, so because their work is still alive, I will call them are. They still are very much alive amongst us. Alright. So they believe that this is a map of the universe. Alright, I was given a lengthy explanation about it, and then I thought out of those 100 downloads I got in one day, this was for me. I thought this was for me. Alright, I did not share it with you guys, but then again, I think there was that match yesterday, right? And even in that match, I was shown this, I've seen this symbol God knows how many times after that. And even in the match, I'll tell you that you would also know it. I'm sure this probably would be played on this screen also. It's happening in Guwahati today, na? The other one was yesterday's match that IPL match was happening in Kolkata, right, in Eden Gardens. So even during a break on that big screen they have at Eden Gardens, right, so there's this Angel One ka ad that came in, and they showed like these commentators were like, obviously it was an advertisement, so they're asked to talk about it and everything. And so there's this male model that comes and just holds up something, I think his phone or something, and this Angel One ka that logo is also tetractys. It literally is exactly 1 dot, 2 dot, 3, 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, and 4 dots. Literally that, and was holding it like this. Literally that was, so it is a sacred symbol. I think it might be relevant. I don't know how it is relevant to your life, but it has a relevance in your spiritual journey somewhere. So just go and look into tetractys. Let me just in fact open up my notes here. So yeah, and also All Rise mein there was a message from Divine. Sorry, I made my note here which I forgot to tell you just now. All Rise mein Divine also wanted you to raise your vibration. Again, the same message. 1111 is, after I shuffled, it's still on the top. Like, just don't focus on all that. Focus on yourself. In fact, yeah, thank you, Divine. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on other people right now. That would be the best for you right now. Best approach for you right now. Focus on yourself. And All Rise mein, as in Divine is asking you to raise your vibration. So do your chantings, do your pujas, do your whatever you do, right? Whatever charity work you do, whatever you do. If you are like watching movies, go out, like to draw, dance, whatever you do things that make you happy. If you like to eat, then eat whatever you like. You like, just like me, if you like rajma chawal, eat rajma chawal then, bro. Whatever you like, do that. Raise your vibration. This is the time of manifestation, ultimate manifestation. Don't focus on other people, is what divine said. Literally, he corrected me just now, and I told you my instance where he just showed me the finger. Stop. Do not be doing this. Okay, so I'm going to go back now. Tetractys, there is definitely something on Tetractys, otherwise they would not have showed it to me like those many times. Hang on, I must have saved also something here. Wait, abhi itna, hang on. अरे भाई, wait, I'm 100% sure I'll be. The sum of all is greater than the part. ये भी मुझे भैया, it's been shown so many times now. This, hang on, but okay, but okay, Tetractys of Pythagoras is a sacred triangular figure composed of 10 points. I already told you that. And 4 rows, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, representing the sum of the first 4 numbers and symbolizing the organization of the universe. I told you that it's like they think that it maps the universe. That's how the universe is laid out, right? Organization of the universe, musical harmonies, and mathematical ratios. It was a foundational symbol for Pythagoreans, representing unity, dimension, and cosmic wholeness. All right. What is the key aspects are structure, numerical, first row. I said monad is right here, that word is right here. Geometric representation is the first row, monad, which is the first, that one dot, the first dot that starts the triangle. That first dot is called the monad, which represents the point or the source within you, that divine spark I talk about, that God inside you, that one indivisible unit inside you of your soul, that is the divine spark, and that is what monad is called. All right, then the second two is called dyad. This I know already, so divine already educated me on all this. So dyad is, again, it's the duality, all right, of the universe. The 3D, you have something in 3D, and then in the spirit world, the 5D world, the duality that we live in, that is what dyad is. Dimensions. All right, then triad, the 3 dots, 1 2 3 dots, the third line, third row, 3 dots, they represent the surface. All right, and the fourth tetrad represents a tetrahedron solid. Don't go too much into it, just so you know that this is a sacred symbol. That, and we got 1 2 3 4 on the clock also in the beginning. It has a relevance. I'm sure the rest of the download, that relevance bit of it, will come soon, will come shortly. Okay, we don't have to be. What is the mystical importance? Pythagoras and his followers use the symbol as a foundational element for oaths and to represent divine wisdom. It has a much bigger relevance. It's not just a symbol. It means, so people used to take oath on it, just like we would do like on like our Gita, on our Ramayana, right? People used to take oath on this. So imagine, and Pythagoreans doing it. It has some esoteric, I'm not saying Illuminati like meaning, although good, not in a bad way. Not in like, not everything is very, dark. Okay, there's a lot of light in the world, by the way. Don't get fooled by the fools surrounding you. There's a lot of light in the world. So I just want, like, I'm intrigued now. It represents, if they think it represented divine wisdom, I would never question that. If Pythagoreans are going to say that, if Pythagoras believed that triangle, that triangular figure that made by those dots means divine wisdom, and that he found it so sacred that he made people take oath on it, I would trust him. I also feel the same way. Symbolism and philosophy, the divine, the line. The apex point represents the dimensionless monad, or the supreme source within you, the source within you, the source in the universe, which is one, right? That monad. Order and harmony, the structure signifies the harmony of spheres and the generation of space. Okay, because those triangles would mean those small triangles within each other. And ooh, thank you, Sri Hari. And see, this is why people are envious of your and my relationship, by the way, Sri Hari. Okay, so why did I say all that? Because there's a symbol on Sri Hari, right? I think that was Rishi Dadichi who had kicked him or something. If you know that story, I think it was कौन से ऋषि थे बहुत angry होते थे. I'll just tell you. There's a symbol on Sri Hari here. There's a mark on him, not symbol, as in there's a mark on him, which was caused by that sage kicking Lord Vishnu. Sri Hari as in Lord Vishnu, that you were always sleeping. How are you sleeping? I'm here to meet you when you're sleeping. That kind. He first went to Lord Shiva, and he was busy with Mata Parvati, and he was like, this is what you do all the time? यही करते रहते, पूरे दिन यही करते रहते हो. So I think that was the same sage. I think it was Rishi Dadichi. I'll just check and reconfirm that. He said, and there'll be a time when you'll only be known by that. I'm not going to say something too literal about it because it's my divine father, but you know what I'm trying to say. But then he went to Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu was sleeping, and then he kicked him and he was like, he felt offended that I'm here and he's sleeping. Do you know who I am? In the sense, like sages, like gurus ko, rishi muniyon ko हमारी culture में सबसे ऊपर स्थान मिलता था. Like the gods kneel to them. So you can imagine how much enlightenment means in our religion, right? Or tapasya, penance, or all this worshipping, this doesn't have that much relevance in other religions, but tap हमारे में ही, हमारे Hinduism में ही सबसे ज़्यादा. All right, 1 second, I'll tell you which and when I first read this long time ago, however time ago it was that, I was personally offended. How dare he? What do you mean he kicked him? I honestly cried. Honest to God, I cried. I was like, how dare he? So Bhrigu, sorry, it was not Dadichi, sorry, Rishi Dadichi. It was sage Bhrigu who kicked Lord Vishnu on the chest to test the composure of the Trinity. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva determined who was the most supreme. Ye hua tha, that's how it started. They were like, there was a talk among the sages ki kaun hai supreme? Brahma hai, Vishnu hai, Mahesh hai, kaun hai इनमें सबसे बड़े? इन तीनों के अलावा आपस में ये तीनों कभी नहीं लड़ते कि मैं इनफैक्ट एक लड़ाई के अलावा they don't fight amongst each other, but नहीं, everybody else fights that मेरे भगवान बड़े हैं, मेरे शिव जी बड़े हैं, मेरे विष्णुदेव बड़े हैं तो सब एक ही, but नहीं, सबको लड़ना है बस. While searching for the most patient, Bhrigu found Vishnu in deep sleep, and after his calls went unanswered, he kicked him out of anger. उठे नहीं तो उन्होंने kick मार दी उनको. My point. Okay, rolling back on that main point that I was trying to make, sorry. Okay, so when Rishi Bhrigu, not Rishi Dadichi, Rishi Bhrigu kicked him, there came a mark. He still has that mark on his chest, and he never removed it. He's God, right? He could remove that mark. That kick left a mark on Lord Vishnu's body, on his chest. I'm doing right. I don't know if it was right or wrong. Right or left, sorry. It was wrong, definitely. He should not have kicked him. But Lord Vishnu kept that mark as his respect towards sage Bhrigu, or as his reminder. He said it will be a reminder for me to stay humble. That mark will be a reminder for me and for humanity, for everybody to remain humble. All right, so that mark is also triangular. I will take that the mark of the footprint is still believed to be visible on Vishnu's chest at Bhrigupada or Shrivats. Shrivats, I know, मुझे Bhrigupad नहीं पता था. अच्छा, Bhrigupad would be like Bhrigu Rishi के पद, that way. But Shrivats मुझे पता. And the first, guys, I had such a surreal experience when I was given this story, and I was traveling. There was a little while ago. After I was given the story, I could only see Shri Vats everywhere. That mark everywhere. And I'll show you how it is. Shri Vats मेरे को अगर यहीं पे खुल जाए मेरे को. No. Okay, 1 second. Shri Vats. And this is that mark. I knew it was. It is very triangular. Okay, this is how it looks like. You would have seen it. Let me just put this. ट्विटर किसने कहा है खोलो भाई? ट्विटर नहीं खोलना है. रुको, लेट मी. Hang on, stay patient. I'm trying to put this. Okay, wait. I think this should be visible. Do you see this triangle? You see this? 2 on the clock. I know, he just told me this. This is why people are envious of your and my relationship, Srihari. Okay, you see this? This mark is exactly the triangle. And it's not just means the Trinity. It means more. That triangle means more. It's just, that's why I know there'll be more coming in. I guarantee you that, my collective. There'll be more coming in. God is my witness. There'll be more coming in on that tetractys thing. It is not just this. There is no way that Pythagoras just did that, and he definitely believed something very sacred about it. Like, he hasn't explained much what is so sacred about it, right? Yes, it is mathematically correct. Yes, it can, like, because they were like very spiritually inclined, all of these thinkers, right? That's what I said. Like, I was like surprised about Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, even Pythagoras being so spiritually inclined. My people kinds, right? So there will be more coming in on this, but this was just given to me by Srihari. That also, it means it has a relevance in your life. If this has been given and it's been like literally shown on like the biggest possible TV screen, oh my God, I have a morpang in my mandir where I'm sitting. I have a mandir here, my ghar ka mandir, and that morpang is literally swinging right now, which is very Srihari's, symbol. There is more on it. The sacred tetractys. Okay, sorry, it's like quite late in the night. The tetractys refers to a sacred symbol of the Pythagoreans consisting of, yes, I know that. Why? What is so sacred about it? But that bit will be given, that relevance bit will be given to us. For now, remember this, tetractys, okay? It's green for tetrad of the decad, the triangular figure consisting, yes, 4 rows, yes, we know this much, which is a geometrical representation of the fourth triangular number as a mystical number. As a mystical symbol. Why is it a mystical symbol? Why Pythagoras? Why? It was very important for the sacred worship. There are 4 seasons, and the number was also associated with planetary motions and music. Planetary motions and music. Yes, it has been. They thought that it was the map of the universe. It was relevant with planetary motions. It was relevant music, which music is spiritual language, right? Right? You'd agree? Spiritual language. 4 rows. Okay. A prayer of the Pythagoreans. Pythagoreans had a prayer. A prayer of the Pythagoreans shows the importance of the tetractys, sometimes called the mystic tetrad, as the prayer was addressed to it. Like, as if it was like a, so if it were, we were to like, interpret that in our religion, it was like almost like an idol for them, like that they worship 4422 on the clock. And there was a prayer. You want to hear the prayer? It says, bless us divine number. The number was a 10, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Bless us, divine number, thou who generated gods and men. What were you thinking, Pythagoras? O holy, holy Tetractys, thou that containest the root and the source of the eternally flowing creation. For the divine number begins with the profound, pure unity monad until it comes to the holy four, tetrad. Then it begets the mother of all, the all comprising, all bounding, the firstborn, the never swerving, the never tiring holy ten, the key holder of all. It is said that the Pythagorean musical system was based on the tetractys, as the rows can be read as the ratios of 4 to 3, 4 is to 3, or 3 is to 2, or 2 is to 1. The tetractys is also known as the decad or equilateral triangle, formed from the sequence of the first 10 numbers aligned in 4 rows. It is both a mathematical idea and a metaphysical symbol that embraces within itself in seed-like form the principles of the natural world, the harmony of the cosmos, the ascent to the divine, and the mysteries of the divine realm. So revered was this ancient symbol that inspired ancient philosophers to swear by the name of the one who brought this gift to humanity. There's definitely so much more that is it's just the surface of it. They're giving us clues. I'll do my research and I'll come back to you when divine wants me to come back to you. Maybe it's not your time right now. Maybe there's more that you need to learn in between, and then the rest will be given to you for this. But divine just reminded me, there's this when you there's what is called spiritual geometry. What is it called? Some geometry it's called, right? There's a symbol for divine masculine and a divine feminine, right? This triangle upwards, because it's an equilateral triangle this way, right? It's pointing, it's this way, this is like pointing upwards, right? Upwards, I think, is a symbol for divine masculine, if I'm not wrong, and I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is I think I read this like a gazillion years ago, but I think it represents divine masculine in a way. And when it comes to the divine feminine, I think it's inverted, because that's how they're supposed to come together, something like that. Okay, so this will come to you, my collective, but remember, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10, and this symbol has a relevance in your life. You will be given more knowledge and more guidance on this, but until then, keep this in your mind and try to learn yourself also a little bit about it. Yeah, if this has, like, tickled you, or like kind of like aroused your curiosity as to what is it, why has this been given to us, then like I said, that Srihari's sign is also that. See, that mark is also, it could have been circular, it could have been a ray, it could be a line, could have been anything, could have been abstract, could have been in the shape of the globe, in the sense, like spherical, but it was exactly a triangle. And you'll see a lot of this around you. And when I was given, like I said, when I was given that it is the, what is it called, Shrivats, and this is the symbol is called the Shrivats, and this is how that's the symbol why it's here, right? Or in all his forms you'll see that symbol on his chest always, right? I could see this everywhere. I saw this everywhere, like literally everywhere, and they were like symbols at like this. There are, I don't know how many people know this, that they see it every day on their Shrivats. Now, 1 second, I'll show you. You'll see a lot of this around you. Now you'll start seeing, just like he showed it to me. Hang on, भाई क्या जो खोलना है वो खोलो, मैं अपने ऐड बाद रखो मेरे पास. Is it okay? Addy, no problem. We are okay with what you opening. I'll open something else. We are plagued by ads here. Hang on. Smarter than you, Google. Wow, okay. Now I've got the one that I want you to look at. You've seen this? Have you seen this around? Where I was in the mountains, and I could see like people's that balcony railings had this design. I was telling Zen, I remember telling Zen, I just can't unsee it now. It's everywhere. It was everywhere. It's almost that we don't even know it, and it's all around us. That kind. Matrix has a lot of stuff in it that is very spiritual, and I don't think the Smiths know it. If you got my reference, and if you didn't, go watch Matrix and come back then. And I'm just kidding, it's okay. Alright, if you don't understand that, it's perfectly okay. But yeah, watch Matrix. Still, good cinema. And it's very spiritual. The Wachowski brothers, or now the Wachowski sisters, they're very, very gifted. They're very God-fearing, and most, I would say 99.99%, or you know what, I'll go ahead and say 100% of the Matrix is spiritual. You just have to have spiritual eyes to look at it. I'm not even saying that you have to go dig anything. No, it is literally, they literally say that everything, even when they say the Matrix is crashing, right, when the pilot is sitting and he says, oh, the system is crashing, this and that, the system also crashes in that cross sign. It's like this, it crashes like so. Just watch it, and you'll be zapped at how much like popular cinema has so much of spirituality and God eliminated. Just watch it. Okay, then there was something else given to me again. This kabhi relevance mujhe pura nahi pata, but almost like a lot of esoteric stuff. I just hope it doesn't get too heavy for you guys. 1 second. So I was also given Indra's net. No, not the internet. Indra's net. Okay, Indra's net is again, it's this might be a little too esoteric for you. I'll come back to you with this sometime later. Let's just let it be. It would be too esoteric for you. I'm not saying that you'll not be able to understand, only I can understand. I'm not saying that, but this does require a little bit of context, some basic knowledge for you to be able to understand that. So we'll just come back to you a little later in the coming months, right? Okay, let me see what else can I pick up for you from my lifetime vision program. Mother of God, I could give me more today. Where is that? I literally ran out of space in my diary. Do you know, this just literally finished because I got so many in like one day. Okay, yeah, so this might be relevant to you. Coherence. I was given this word coherence. And now this is like, what is it? It's not a tough term. I'm sure you already know the meaning of it. It's like, let's say in very simple terms, like in very elementary terms, it would be like when we say things are coherent, that means we mean to say they are in sync, they are in harmony, they're working in tandem. One thing is doing what the other thing needs to, what the other next thing is expecting the first thing to do, and you're like working in synchronicity, right? Just like a clock works, right? TikTok. All right, so literally that's so coherent. So what it's trying to say, when in spiritual terms, what divine was trying to tell us was that your mind, heart, soul is in that phase where it's very coherent, that you can literally call things into manifestation. You can let's say something is supposed to happen 5 minutes later, but you can already predict it now that this is what is going to happen. I can pick up my husband's thoughts. Like, he, even before he says it, I can pick up that's what he's thinking. And not just in general terms, because he's my husband, I've been living with him so long, so I know him well. Not that, like literal thoughts you can pick. So that is the coherent, like you are so coherently now working, harmoniously working with your 3D and 5D self, for the lack of a better term. I'm just using these like, so they're very simple terms for like the people on various phases in the journey here, so don't want to make it too complicated for them. All right, so it's like you are now working in so coherently with everything that you can literally pick things out and bring it into existence for yourself. And that is why Divine is asking you to focus on yourself right now. 11:11. ऐसे ही नहीं मूड की bro, literally Divine is like, focus on yourself. Do not be focusing on ये है वो है. ठीक है, I told you about the energy bit because that came out. So now you know. Alright, we know this. That is how it is. So you need to know what you need to also acknowledge is you are in the best phase of your life right now. So what do you focus on? Do you want to like spend this time focusing on random negative stuff and maybe call in all that? You risk calling in all that. But I think Srihari like literally showed me a finger, like angrily showed me a finger. Like, what did I tell you? Like that kind. What did I tell you? Third time, I told you, do not be opening. Like that. It was like, just focus on yourself. You don't have to look at this. You can just let go of it. And this has happened to me pehle bhi. But when I was literally, it was on like in the beginning of my journey, when I used to get like, you watch world news, you get like disappointed. It can be very demotivating, quite honestly, right? To watch what's happening in the world, while like whatever, what is happening. And Divine was like, at the time Divine had told me this, how about you take a break for about like a month? Don't watch the news for a month. I'm telling you, you're not going to miss anything. Don't watch the news for a month. Don't read all that you read, like in the sense, whatever happened, what happened this one. Basically, don't read the news, don't read their articles, don't read their commentary, don't read all that. Just focus on yourself and focus on whatever downloads I give you. To an extent, I'll tell you why. Because this is literally coming so strongly. Divine is telling you to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, my collective. It is your golden era. Alright, you are in that Chintamani mode. You touch stuff, you can turn stuff like mercury and lead into gold and silver. Alright, so we don't want to be touching random negative shit. We don't want to call in all that into our life. Okay, although we can alchemize it, but why should we have to alchemize anything? You're getting a point. You don't have to do that, right? You can bring in good stuff and it's coming effortlessly to you. Alright, be in that receiving mode. In fact, to an extent, I'll tell you, Divine gave me Jeremiah 33:3, which is Jeremiah, book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 3. And I'll tell you what it is. And that was the same day, the Jhar day, and I think a few minutes here or there, before or after. Wait, I'll tell you what it said. Jeremiah 33. And Jeremiah 33 says, it's a prominent Bible verse where God invites believers to pray, promising to answer and reveal great and unsearchable things. Alright, where's the actual verse? Okay, the verse is, call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. So Divine was literally telling me, if you want an answer, why you're looking there? You ask me, I will give you the answer. Plus, just don't focus on those things, because that's what, like, don't get on the internet so much. Maybe tone down your browsing time or something. Just keep things positive. It's very difficult. I know we are like, you're so used to doom scrolling. Literally, the term is doom scrolling, bro. Until the apocalypse hits us, like, we just keep on until death, right? Why do you want to do that? Don't do it. Like, Divine is literally asking you to refrain from this. Maybe use that time extra bit that you'll have left on something creative, or go to God and ask for stuff. This is, and there was a lot that came after that also, but just it is like, just take it this way: call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. All right, so whatever you want to know, ask God. Please don't go around looking from answers from other people. Take other people's advice. You're most likely to be misrouted right now by other people. So you go to divine right now, because this is your golden time. Everybody can see it, feel it. They will do. See, again, why am I slightly staggered today? Because I'm trying to dance around those words that divine doesn't want me to speak, but I still have to speak for you to be able to like make sense of what I'm trying to say here, right? Still have to say those things. So just your job, again, at the cost of repeating myself, is literally to just focus on yourself right now. Whatever questions you might have, divine is saying you come and ask me and I will answer those. What do you want to know? I'll answer that. क्या तुम्हें किसी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का देखना है? तुम ये होगा, फलाना होगा, ये होगा. What do you need? You did this, you need to know this, you do this. They are asking you to focus completely on yourself, on your work, on your hobby, on your business, on your job, whatever you have, on your house, on your chores. Focus on yourself, on your self-love. My God, it literally does come towards the end, है ना? Self-love तुम कितने जल्दी भूल जाते हैं, अपने आप को तुम कितने जल्दी भूल जाते हैं, right? Focus on your family, focus on your loved ones. It's not the time to focus on negative bit. Alright, other enemies, orbs, ये वो वैसे भी over हो गया, by the way, वो भी सब. Everything is over. ठीक है? That being that, so this, it came in too strongly today, but yeah. Abhi bhi, if I were to test right now, open my cell phone for like, to figure out like what is happening, 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Divine would, this time, Sri Hari would beat me up, I think, because he was very, this finger came up, so you can imagine how angry he was. How many times? 3 times. 3 times. Okay, let's say profoundly coherence ho gaya. So your mind body is in absolute coherence. It's in sync, fully working. First part is working for the second part, and first and second part are working for the third part. First, second, third part are working for the fourth part. ऐसे पूरा बिल्कुल proper sync में चल रहे हो अभी. Mind, body and soul, good health, yeah, good sleep, good eating, good food. You're traveling, you're doing well, business is thriving. You're doing well at every which possible way. Whatever, take it as it resonates. Okay, I can only like speak from my own side. So whatever you want to do, all your wishes are coming true. So just focus on yourself. You don't want to spend this time on other people. Yeah, that'll be the easiest way to explain it. What else now? Let me see. Mother of Pearl was also given to me, which I said was a bigger download last time. Okay, yeah. So this might be a message for a different group of people, for one person or for a group of people, whoever. Like divine wanted to like explain to you that how, again, it is also based on alchemy. Basically, it is alchemy. So if a negative situation, a problem, a hurdle is given to you, just understand that it's been given to you by the divine. First of all, learn to accept it that way. It'll be much easier. If you understand everything comes from God, it'll be much easier for you to handle it. That is one. Okay, so divine is giving you an example of mother of pearl. Like, how does a pearl gets made? All right, so in the shell, that it's basically a foreign element, that foreign word tha na, that we got like card. Oh, that's how. So in the sea, when the shell, right, in the shell, a foreign element like let's say a dirt particle, for instance, enters. All right, so kya hota hai that the bug doesn't like throw it out like, oh, you've entered my home, I'll throw you out. It takes and it accepts that dirt particle and starts to weave around it. That luminescent, what is that material called? Hang on. That iridescent, that pearl, what pearl is made of, that substance. So that bug keeps on revolving, wrapping that foreign element. That's why the foreign didn't make any sense then. So that foreign element, it keeps on wrapping that iridescent stuff around it in order to make the pearl. And the outcome is pearl then. Basically, divine is trying to tell you, see, understand this process when, again, when in hurdle is introduced to you, it comes into your life, aka metaphorically, that for an element that enters your shell, all right, don't first of all accept it as something that has been given to you by the divine. It's there by divine's design, by divine's plan. It is not there for no reason. SNA, understand, if it has been a challenge has been given to you, it is Hanji.
Which dal?
Which dal? दिखाओ कौन?
Tur या chana?
ये नहीं, ये तो वो है. Is it a mix of mix कर दिए क्या दोनों इसमें? मिक्स हो गया मुझे लग रहा है. नीचे तो दूसरी लग रही है ये. I think it's a mix of both now.
Chana is downside.
नहीं, ऊपर है. This one bigger one is chana, the other one is छोटा वाला है ज़्यादा. That one. कोई नहीं, मिक्स हो जाएगी अब. हो जाएगी. इनका दोनों का नहीं, टाइमिंग डिफरेंट है वैसे दोनों का. सोकिंग टाइम डिफरेंट है. उसका ज़्यादा है. 1 hour चलेगा इसको. I'm going to start on dinner now at 11:45. Husband's cooking. Okay, so anyways, so अरे दरवाज़ा बंद कर दो भाई. मल्होत्रा. Now you'll hear the match. Okay, chalo, anyways, कोई बात नहीं. So okay, so that element that is foreign element that is introduced into the shell is not thrown out. It's not thrown out. He accepts it. The bug accepts it. Yes, it has been given to me, and starts to create the pearl around it. Doesn't throw it away, doesn't regret it, doesn't kill himself. No, starts to create the pearl around it, and the outcome is the pearl. The pearl is the outcome. So create something so beautiful, so divine, right? Let me read my notes here. It's also called nacre, organic material procured by some as layer is also the material of which pearls are made. It's strong, resilient, and iridescent. Is the phenomenon of certain surfaces that appear. Yeah. Hang on. I would have my notes here. So there are a lot, and they just kept coming in together. So mother of pearl is a nacre, an iridescent inner layer that coats mollusk, I don't know how to pronounce it, shell, sharing the same substance that forms pearls. Mother of pearl has been used across ancient civilizations, from Egyptians to Chinese dynasties to indigenous Australian cultures. Yes, of course. Why is it called that? All right. Primary scientific name is nacre, pronounced nacre actually. Nacre, pronounced nacre. It is an iridescent, organic or inorganic. Why is it inorganic? Because the foreign element that starts it is inorganic, right? Composite material composed of hexagonal aragonite tablets which creates a shiny layered inner lining and shells, including oysters and abalone. All right, so all of this, just imagine that element is introduced and starts to create pearl around it. So even Mother Nature understands how to take in obstructions, challenges, right? This is what you do. It is kind of an alchemy, isn't it? Like you took a negative intruder-like situation, but you turned it around into a beautiful pearl. All right, or you created something very beautiful about it, something that is this is how it looks like, right? See, this is how it looks like. So beautiful. All right, and the day I was given this download, I was wearing mother of pearls, right? The bracelet. In fact, I think the necklace as well, or maybe just I remember wearing the bracelet when I was given this download. So just so you know, everything you do, everything in nature has a meaning. Like I said, matrix. I don't think the Smiths know how much spiritual the matrix is. It is for you to break through, basically. If you don't want to break through it, of course you can sit in it and just be like, what was that guy's name in Matrix? Cipher? Who was that guy? Was it Cipher? Because they call it Cipher, but it's Cipher, right? Cipher. now it's in my head. Cipher. Yeah, they called him Cipher, but basically Cipher, right? He was the one, this was the guy, right, who wanted to, let me see the cooling. And this will just start something else. Please just let me see the photo. Okay, I'll just show you this way. Okay. Alright, this guy. This was the guy who didn't want to break out of Matrix. He was like, this is too difficult. Take it as like a spiritual journey. He was like, why should I don't want to wake up. He wanted to stay in the Matrix. He didn't want Neo, Trinity, or anybody else. He was like, I want to stay here. I don't want to be like you guys. I don't want to like be awake. I don't want to be free. I don't want to be liberated. This is my, and in fact, he was the one who did a deal, right, with the machines, right? He made a deal that I'll give you the codes. I'll tell you where, what was Lawrence Fishburne's character? Morpheus. I'll tell you where Morpheus is. I'll give you the codes. All I want in return is that I need to be, just put me back in the Matrix. Put me back in the Matrix as someone important. And they said, like who? Like, he said, like an actor. Goes to show his, see, that showed, it reflected his 3D mentality. Alright? That just wants, he wants to be in the Matrix. He wants to be someone like, important like an actor. Not that he's not to make any difference in the world or anything, but he just wanted to be important, wanted that public validation, wanted to be like a hero, wanted to be seen. You know, that external validation वाले सारे effects, वो चाहिए उसको. He wants to be in the Matrix. So it is up to you. You want to like, all of this is all around us, all in nature, and like even like the tiniest of things we do, we speak, we wear, right, all around us. If you want to break free, you will break free. Otherwise none of it would make sense. It will be like, अरे क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर, हम क्या बोलती रहती है. No, it will be like that. But if you want to break free, all this knowledge is available to you. It is available to you. Alright, so remember this mother of pearls. In fact, I've been getting this pearl download for, I'll tell you how long, ever since, I would say at least 3 years minimum. But I always thought like Divine likes to call me, like, is one of the renditions, right? Divine likes to call me a jewel, likes to call me sapphire, likes to call me a diamond, likes to call me gold. This is how Divine treats us, right? Like, gives us compliments, like, this is how I see you. This is how important, how shiny, how beautiful, how pure you are to me, right? And this is, so it's been at least minimum of 3 years that I've been seeing, or more, 3+ years that I've been getting this pearl download. But it never was mother of pearls. I never got that bit in the shell. Oh, that's how it is made, that's how it is. I only got it like just recently. So I'm also learning here. So just understand, everything has a meaning. You can break free. Again, Matrix, same analogy. You can break free, or you can choose to be in the Matrix like Cypher and be happy, whichever way, right? Okay, so mother of pearls bhi ho gaya. Abhi mera this one, detractors, all rise, Indra's net. I said, like, bro, you will do it someday. We'll just only dedicate it to Indra's net. Okay, mother of pearls, the philosopher, we did that. Died monad, veteran of time. There's another one I got, but this was, I think, Divine is not going to let me speak on it today. Again, it is on jealousy, envy, competition, comparison. It was a very funny download, but I'm not going to, okay, let it be. He's not going to like it. He's not allowing it. It literally came in the cards also, right? So he's not going to allow it. 1 hour 13 minutes, okay. What can I do? What else can I do? Hang on. This was reminded of something. There's a news that came about quantum something, and I don't remember the news exactly, but there was this alert that I saw. It was based on quantum. It reminded me of a download which was quantum tunneling. Okay, I won't go too, okay, someone's at the door. Anyways, I won't go into too much detail on it, but quantum tunneling is when a force, it's a metaphysical term, all right, quantum tunneling. And I'll tell you, like I said, very generically, very elementary तौर पे बता देती हूँ. It is almost, again, it talks about resilience, it talks about strength, inexplainable strength, spiritual terms में. All right, so let's say there is, a wave of whatever element going towards in one direction, and there's a hurdle right here which has more strength. Let's say the hurdle has a strength of 10. Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, the hurdle, the barrier, has a strength of 10, and this wave has a strength of, let's say, a 5 or a 6. Quantum tunneling, the concept of quantum tunneling in spiritual, metaphysical terms, all right, this says that the wave that has like a strength of 6 or a 5 or 6, let's say 6, against a strength of 10 would still be able to go through it. It will be able to tunnel out of it. It sounds very not possible, but it happens really. So it means like, no, there is a possibility. So a lot of people see this is what exactly what we called in one very generic term, this is what is called a miracle. You see a lot of people doing inexplicable things that shows their mental strength, their physical strength. This is what that concept is about, quantum tunneling. Okay, so there's a barrier which has the strength of 10. Again, I repeat. Okay, it's standing here, there's a wave of element going towards it. It's supposed to stop, right? 10 against a 6. The 10 should stand, right? It has more strength. No, but the 6 will still be able to pass through. Some of it, may not the entire bit of it, but some of it be able to pass through. Should not be, right? In the real sense, it should not be able to, but it would be able to pass through. That is what is like literal. That is in spirituality, that is the concept of resilience, of a mind transcending through barriers that are inexplicable. Like you being able to connect with the divine, you being able to connect with your higher consciousness, you be able to connect with other elemental beings, let's say for instance, right? Getting their grace, getting their blessings, you being able to see through the matrix or break through the matrix, like just like Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, everybody else or the entire gang did. But there was only a chosen few, right? Not everybody was able to do it, right? But those people got a lot of other people free, right? The entire Zion was filled with people who were free from the matrix, right? So it is similarly, so that is that strength of 10th against the machine city, the hordes and hordes of like those machines coming in, drilling, killing people, not allowing anybody to move through. But that was a strength of 10, machine city, against those chosen few like Neo, Trinity, Morpheus and the rest, right? They were still able to break through. That is the concept of quantum tunneling, all right? It is not impossible. If something looks impossible to you, just so you know, miracles happen. Just trying to tell you that. Alright, that is the concept of quantum tunneling, very, very generic terms. Now you can apply this to, I just applied it onto two things right now. Apply it in your position. If you're ever coming through, okay, nahi, nahi ho sakta, it's an impossible task, I can't do it, we can't do it, we need more people, there's just one of me, and they're like, and this work seems to be like 5 people, you can still do it. Just understand the concept, just apply that to yourself, and just so you know, you can do it. You can break through anything. This is your breakthrough moment. Your seeing divine is literally pointing everything. This is that moment where you will, no matter the barrier, no matter the strength of that barrier, you will be able to break through. So this is your time now. Do you want to waste your time on other people, thinking about other people? No. Especially the people who don't mean you well. No, you shouldn't, right? You should be thinking about yourself now. Think positive thoughts, bringing all of that into your reality, into your 3D. You want your 3D life to look just as good as your spiritual life, right? So bring in all that into your 3D. All of that is already here. You just need to like bring it in. All right. So just so you know, this is excellent time for manifestation. ऐसा नहीं कुछ stars aligned है, कुछ है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It's just you have been able to ascend to a point. I'm not saying कि ओ दिस इस तिथि से लेकर इस तिथि तक कुछ हो जाएगा, वो ऐसा कुछ नहीं. कोई ऐसा कोई auspicious inauspicious कुछ नहीं है. It is you ascending. All of this negative, the yin and the yang will remain in our universe always, and they both have been created by God, just so you know. Alright, असुर दोनों भगवान ही बनाए थे, दोनों ही ब्रह्मा जी के ही देन है, राइट. एंड इवेंचुअली सबसे ऊपर श्री हरि की ही देन है. सुर असुर दोनों उन्होंने बनाए. द गुड एंड द बैड आर ऑल मेड बाय गॉड. दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप टेलिंग दिस पीपल हु वर्क फॉर दीज, who evoke these demons, who just think, who do these evil things. Evoking demons का मतलब ये नहीं कि बैठ के कुछ झाड़ फूंक कर रहे हैं. मतलब evoking demons as in they do these negative things, they don't understand, and they think that you know they're doing it against a God's child, and they'll be क्या ही है, क्या ही कर लेगा. You don't understand that your devil reports to my God. Don't ever forget that God made everything, right? A supreme being is the God. Alright, so just understand this, know this, apply this to yourself, and bring in only the positive things into your life. Only those. Just bring in those into your life. Don't focus on the negative. Bring in the positive into your life right now. That being the bottom line. They keep pushing me in that direction. Bottom line, positive thoughts. Bring in the positive thing. You have made it auspicious. If this time is good for you, you have worked for it to be good for you. You have ascended to a point wherein you can bring in things. अपने आप से कोई टाइम अच्छा हो गया और कोई अचानक से कुछ ऊपर से खुल नहीं गया और पैसे नहीं बरसने लग गए. You have done the hard work here, right? You have made this time which now belongs to you. You have worked for it. Remember that. Give yourself credit, and yes, don't waste it away now. Now that we are there, to an extent, like when Shrihari was like yelling at me, there was a thing he said that I can't remember that time goes in a loop. Alright, this works. Everything in our cosmos works in a loop. At least in Hindu mythology, things are in a loop. Alright, Kala, Chakra, everything works in, things are in cycles. So you say, I don't want you like to see you like, you know, waiting for anything. Then I want you to like have it now. I don't want you to like, you know, like not work for it now that you have it, not open the door for it now, and then wait and then come back here again, and then we are having this conversation again. It's like that. So if he said all that to me, like I said, I am you, you are me. You need to know this as well. Okay, manifest positively. We have, it's 1 hour 22 minutes. Should we do some more cards? We already we did the cards already. And it's 11:04 now. I think we've already done the cards. You've already got a message. I know he's only going to like say the same thing. One second. I think there's something that I'm missing that I need to tell you. What am I missing? As above, so below. Alright, so it is already there. You only need to bring it here. It's almost here. Just bring it, like, and you need to just keep doing what you're doing, basically. Don't get misdirected. There'll be a lot of distractions thrown at you. A lot of people coming towards you with whatever they do. Right? You don't have to entertain anybody, is what I'm saying. Just as simple as that. Cut them all out. Right now it's not the time. Red power, shared business. 333. We already have that. Jeremiah already told you that. Okay. So it's not coming to me right now. What did I already told you quantum tunneling. Okay. Alright, my collective. I think covered the ones that were meant for you. But I don't know, something is coming. And maybe the download is coming to me. I still don't have it. but I will have something for you in my next read. I think whatever I'm getting, whatever is on its way, will be with you in my next read. I hope you enjoyed this. 1 hour 22 minutes, 24 minutes, in fact 24 minutes, 1 hour 24 minutes. So if you're 1.5 hours, if you're still here, I'm very, very, very thankful to you. In fact, I don't say that enough. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown me. Thank you so much for being with me on my journey. Thank you so much for allowing me to be with you on your journey. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you very, very soon again. Until then, bye.